In this video, I'm going to introduce you to the power and the potential of your subtle energy system, which influences how you feel, how you think, and ultimately how you move through life. And I'm going to show you exactly how to align it with intention so that you can feel grounded, connected, and fully present, and make the most, or at least try to make the most of every single moment. Because once you become aware of your potential, those limiting beliefs start to lose their grip or their power, and the idea that you can consciously direct your energy to amplify your well-being, deepen your sense of connection, and create real, meaningful balance doesn't just seem like a good idea or something that might be possible, but it starts to feel natural. Hello and welcome back to the channel. So what exactly is your subtle energy system? Well, good question. It might help to think of it like an invisible network that supports your entire being, like an energetic blueprint for your body, your mind, and your higher self or your spirit. Now, when your system is free-flowing and balanced, you will know it because you'll feel it. You'll overthink less, stuff will feel less overwhelming, you'll feel more stable, emotionally or mentally. Your sense of purpose or direction will feel heightened, so the stuff starts feeling possible again, and you will tend to benefit from an increased sense of inner peace, one of my favorite words, or contentment. Now, when you realize or come to terms with the reality that your thoughts, your feelings, and your intentions, so the energy that you project outwardly into the universe, is responsible for, or certainly shapes the fabric of your life and your reality, it's amazing how quickly things can start to change. You can do what I did for years, which is to fly under the radar where it feels safe. You can stay quiet there, you can blend in, you can check boxes. Maybe you won't be seen as a failure in the eyes of others when you're there, because you're not responsible, you're not accountable, and if no one sees you, or if no one's watching, then no one's judging. But here's the thing, as I see it, fuck that. What happened to living life through your eyes? When did the expectations of others and the fear of being judged become so loud or so much more important than your happiness and chasing your dreams? It's only when you stop questioning what other people think you should be doing and start asking yourself, what do I want? Or what did I used to want before I became so good at hiding, that you realize the only thing standing between you and your dreams, that life that you want, is you. And for me, that was when everything began to change. So let's get into it. Let's look at how you can learn to align your energy with your intentions, nobody else's, to create and start living the life of your dreams, that life you deserve. So let's begin with the chakras, or at least the 7 primary chakras, which are also known as your energy centers. And you've probably heard of these because there's loads written about them for good reason. But depending on what you've read or which traditions you follow, I think there's around 114 in total. So for our collective sanity, that would be a really long video. I think 7 today are going to be perfect. So long story short, they run from the base of your spine, down here, starting with your root chakra, all the way to the top of your head, or just above the top of your head actually, where you will find the crown chakra. And each one is connected to a different layer of your physical, your emotional, and your spiritual self. So the root chakra, like I just said, located at the base of your spine, governs your sense of safety and stability. Then there's the sacral chakra, which is just below your belly button, your navel, and this is linked to creativity, sensuality, and emotional flow. The third chakra, or the solar plexus chakra, is found just below the rib cage, and this one's responsible for confidence, courage, and self-worth. Then there's my favorite, the 4th chakra, the heart chakra, just here in the center of your chest, and this is associated with love. So unconditional love, love for self, love for everyone, compassion and forgiveness. Then there's the 5th chakra, the throat chakra. Pretty self-explanatory, that one. It's around about here. And it governs self-expression, authenticity and communication. Then there's the sixth chakra, try saying that 3 times fast, which is located just between your eyebrows, in the center of your forehead. And this one controls intuition and clarity of thought, stuff like that. Then finally, the crown chakra. As I said before, the 7th chakra, located just above the top of your head. And this one's responsible for your connection to divine consciousness, so all that is, was, and will be. Now, unless you're a student of ours at Divine Reiki Academy, or you are already super into this sort of stuff, what you may not know is that each chakra also corresponds to, or is like energetically connected to, a layer of your aura. So when you're working to cleanse and balance a specific chakra or an energy center, you're also influencing your electromagnetic or your vibrational field, which is to say your frequency. When our chakras are open and aligned, the energy is going to flow freely and will feel grounded, inspired, and connected to everything and everyone. But when they're blocked or they're stagnant or out of alignment, it can seriously affect our emotions, our physical body, and our state of mind. Now, what I love about energy, especially the chakras, is that they're not asking you to be perfect. They are inviting you to be aware, so to notice what is feeling off or out of alignment so that you can gently bring it back into balance. And that, for me, that awareness alone is transformative. You take anxiety, for example, which is something that so many of us have had to contend with or will have experienced to some degree or another over the course of our lifetime. Well, energetically, so from an energetic perspective, it often ties back to a blocked or an imbalanced root or solar plexus chakra. And when your root chakra is out of alignment, you're probably going to feel unsafe, unsupported, insecure, or unstable, even if nothing major has happened around you externally. And when your solar plexus is off, that's like your energetic power center. It's where your confidence, your self-worth, and your courage comes from. You might start overthinking or doubting yourself, so self-doubt start to creep in, or you could start feeling out of control. But, and this is the best but ever, by the way, even a moment of conscious alignment can shift that, and it can get those energy centers flowing. So, while we're all here, why don't we try something together? It'll only take about a minute and a half, and if you don't want to do it, or you'd rather do it another time, you can just skip to the next chapter in the description below. But if you are watching this and my words are resonating with you, it could be really helpful, but it's your choice, obviously. So close your eyes and focus on the natural rhythm of your breath, inhaling through your nose and exhaling gently through your mouth. Feel the movement of the air through your body as you breathe. Notice the rise and fall of your chest with each breath. Now bring your attention to the base of your spine and visualize a deep red sphere of light glowing there. You can see interconnected threads of light dance and weave through its center as it begins to turn like a wheel of pure, restorative energy. This is your root chakra. In your mind's eye, observe as the sphere begins to grow in intensity, expanding with every inhale and spinning more freely with each exhale. You can feel its grounding, protective energy, anchoring you in the here and now, reminding you that you are safe and supported. Take one more deep breath in and know that you are grounded, capable, and unbreakable. Now gently open your eyes and notice how you feel. If you did the exercise, I would love to hear from you in the comments. You got my meditation voice. Apologies. It's a little bit scratchy. Don't know what's going on here. It's annoying. Hopefully it'll be better next week. Okay, moving on. Much like the chakras, your energy does not stay still, or at least it shouldn't, because if it did, you're going to have serious problems. It's constantly moving, and that movement happens through your meridians, which are like invisible pathways or rivers of energy that run through your entire body. And they are the channels through which your life force, also known as chi, spelled Q-I, you might have heard of that, flow through. So each meridian connects to different organs and systems in your body, affecting how you feel both physically and emotionally. Just like the chakras, when your energy is flowing freely, you will feel more balanced, you'll feel more energized and more emotionally stable. But when that flow becomes blocked or stagnant, it can show up or manifest as tension, fatigue, anxiety, or even physical pain. Now, the good news is that, again, just like the chakras, the meridians respond beautifully to intentional practices. And there are the ones that you can do yourself easily whenever you want, like meditation. Let's not get me started on meditation. Movement. I talk about walking all the time, but there's also qigong. There's tai chi, or you can do breath work, like breathing exercises, tapping. There's literally loads. And then there are the energy healing modalities like Reiki, like reflexology, like acupuncture or acupressure, which you can pay a practitioner to help you with, or you can learn for yourself. The fact is, the more you tune in and take control, the more naturally your body begins to realign itself. And finally, which is good because I have pins and needles in my foot, surrounding all of this, so surrounding your chakras, your meridians, and your physical body, is your aura, or your electromagnetic field. Now, the aura is what you are projecting outwardly into the universe, but it's also what you are absorbing from others. That's a good example. Have you ever noticed how some people tend to be able to command attention or turn heads the moment they walk into a room? A lot of people refer to that as charisma, but it's their aura, their energy merging with yours or everyone else's in the room, creating an energetic exchange. So the feelings you instinctively get from that person or from anyone, whether they're good feelings or whether you're drawn to them or you feel repelled by them, they are directly linked to the resonance or the compatibility in that moment of your energies. Now, the aura is composed of 7 layers, which I'll talk about maybe in another video in more detail, because I actually find it really, really interesting. But each of those 7 layers connects to different aspects of your being, but they also correspond with your 7 primary chakras, so your energy centers. Now, if something feels off in your energy, that's often your aura picking it up or holding on to something that you shouldn't be holding on to, or that isn't yours to carry. And that can come from another person, it could come from an animal, come from a place, a thought, or a memory. You need to remember that everything is energy, so technically it can come from anywhere. But the more you work on aligning your subtle energy system, so the more cleanse, balance your chakras, open your meridians, the more you ground your body, the more reflective your aura becomes of the person you want to be, which naturally changes how people feel about you, whether you're worried about that or not. And from there, inner peace or confidence, they stop being something that you want or something that you're chasing, and they become something that you embody. So they become what you are. There we go. Thank you so much for watching. There's some really exciting stuff happening here at Eternal Sunshine behind the scenes, thanks to your support, all your likes and your comments. They've inspired me so much, I've decided, do you know what? Let's take the next step. So I am, with my wife, creating a dedicated studio space for the channel, and we're going to launch a weekly podcast series where I will introduce you to Shelley, who's much more interesting and certainly much better to look at than me. And here we can talk about all of these kind of things in a more natural, way. So less structured, less structured environment. And I am really excited about it. So if anyone has any suggestions for content, whether podcast or these videos are concerned, I would love to hear them. This content is for you, so it kind of makes sense. All right, I'm done. So please go and align your energy with your dreams and have the best day, best week, best month, best life ever, please. And remember, hold on to your happiness, stay safe, take care. Till next time, see you soon. Bye.